Oh, fancy seeing you here. Guys, we're at the final stage of completion. Welcome to our newest project, the Mac Heights. Guys, I'm joined by Ben. Ben is a senior sales consultant at House & House, very popular in the marina, very good agent in the marina. Ben, I want to ask you a question, because obviously we're in our upgraded unit now in the Mac Heights. First of all, what do you think?
I think it's really impressive. It's nice what you've done with the place. I think in terms of changing the kitchen around, it's kind of like the obviously standard Damac finish, and it's very bland and dull, and it needs updating, needs refreshing. So it's really nice what you've done with the place.
Awesome. And then in terms of actually the marina as a place, I mean, you see some upgraded units, but in my opinion, I think using the word upgraded is, you see people that say upgraded, they don't really do much, right?
No, 100%. They'll, paint the walls or put a new bit of flooring tiles in or something like that, but it doesn't do the word justice. I think if you're gonna say something's upgraded, it's gotta be impressive and wow and completely redesign the structure and the shape of the apartment.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I mean, people just come in, they wrap the kitchen, they wrap the floor, and then they think they can class that as upgraded.
Paint the walls, maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, if you actually saw my previous videos, we completely ripped this apart. We've changed.
Yeah, no, I can tell. It's nice.
Yeah. Really and then, in terms of what type of buyers are in the marina, would you say it's more like end users or was it more investors?
I think there's a lot of investors, because obviously if you think about the highest demand areas in Dubai for investment, it's downtown, Palm and Marina. They're the most well-known areas, and Marina is obviously the cheapest by far.
Yeah.
So it's popular for investors, but at the same time, obviously it's popular with a lot of end users because it is cheaper as well.
Yeah.
You've got access to the Marina Walk, JBR Beach, everything's within walking distance, and it's a great place to live. So it's a popular option for both, I'd say.
Yeah, awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. An extremely impressive agent in the marina, Ben, has joined us today, and he likes the apartment, so. I'm pretty sure we've done a good job here. So Ben, thank you very much, mate.
Thank you for showing me around.
Yeah, no worries. That's better. Right, you guys know how hard me and Chris have been working on this. As with all of our projects, I mean, we've done a pretty good job, right? Look at it.
I'm proud.
It's a proud moment to know that we turned this. I mean, you can see in the video now what it used to look like, and now look where we're standing. The whole thing has been transformed.
Yeah.
So let's do this. I'll talk about one room, you talk about one room, but let's together talk about this. Let's start with where we are. What's going on here, Chris?
We actually micro-cemented the whole thing. This was Carla's idea, designer. They did a very good job, to be honest with you, with all the elements, keeping all light tonality, and then all that black trim. I mean, it looks amazing with the bookshelves in black and that.
And then the marble. I mean, the TV is coming today, so that'll be up there today. We're on literally the final stages now, so you'll see some guys walking around the apartment finishing up. Yeah. The full floor has been changed completely. Also micro-cemented this back wall, so it gives it that more luxurious feel. You'll see in very expensive houses nowadays. Yeah. The micro-cement looks way better than just the whitewash. And of course, all of the furniture comes as seen, selling it full turnkey.
Yeah, we got the travertine table. If you see the dining table there, not a lot of space, but I feel like we utilize the space very well by just putting like a 3-seater here next to the kitchen, having the kitchen like that breakfast bar area. I feel it's like very not intimate, so I think it's nice that they did this, and just has a nice flow. I feel like the living space, right?
Yeah, and the light colors, because it was actually felt very dark before, so having a darker apartment makes it feel smaller. I think it feels much more spacious now, and especially when the TV comes up. We've really done something good with the space. Now let's talk about the kitchen, one of my favorite. Travertine tile throughout. As you can see, Chris chose these lights. I can tell you what, this guy's very creative. I was very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, we had to basically help select. I mean, we missed out on the budget and the lighting. Yeah. Went back to the client and said, look, we're gonna have to get some lights because we can't leave it bare, but we managed to find some very nice lighting throughout the house, and I mean, you'll see in the video.
And last but not least, of course, well, we changed all the sanitary ware to black, which which works throughout the whole house. You'll see, you know, all the handles are black, you know, all the features are black, and it works really nice, to be honest.
And actually the sanitary ware is all from Benio Design, so we didn't cheap out as well.
No, of course not. And we never cheap out on any of our products because, as I say, and I say this to everyone, we care about the end user as well. We want to be selling the best properties in Dubai. So anyway, let's check out the bedrooms. Let's go.
So I'm going to quickly take you through the bedroom. Now, what we did was we completely changed the wardrobes. You'll see from the previous videos, all of it is wood, matching all the door frames, headboards, glass, all smoked. Okay, as we come into the bathroom, we're finishing the snagging, but again, all the sanitary ware, all the elements is all black, and then kept everything light, matched the wood here as well. So very, very, you know, ties everything together. And then as we go into, I guess, the gym, into the first master room, as you can see, very light colors. We have actually two side tables actually, because we were sort of deciding which one we like better. I think we're gonna go with the black. And yeah, as you can see, it's just very natural tone, so yeah.
Now, very similar design to the master bedroom, but as you can see, we've got the custom headboard, the LED lights, and if you remember rightly, when I was in here last time, this place looked an absolute mess. Of course, the flooring's been changed. We're still debating what to wrap this in, maybe a mirror, maybe some leather wrap. You'll soon find out, and as you can see, the guys are working hard over here, wrapping the final part of the wardrobes on the internal side, again, along with the smoked glass wardrobes, and again, the bathroom looks pretty similar in a sense of we've got the tile, the marble, and so forth. So, all very exciting stuff. I am very excited to see this property handover and sell, and yeah, successful renovation. Chris, successful renovation, went pretty smoothly. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, it went very well. I think it started from choosing the right units, crazy views on this apartment, and choosing the right designer to keep, you know, this tonality to, you know, the area, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, as we discussed, you know, like, it was a very smooth project, and, you know, everyone says, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? And I'd say, you know, in this project in particular, there was a little delay at the start, and that's just down to the building management, which is, you know, sometimes expected. I mean, the fact that the biggest problem was the building management not letting us in is not a big problem at all, considering what we've heard horror stories, you know?
Yeah, and I think the good thing is that we sort of set the bar for our client to understand the process, because I think had him a little worried in the beginning because the building management was taking quite a long time. But I think still we executed very fast, you know, in and out in 2 months for a project of this standard. I mean, what do you think? I think
it's, yeah, I mean, it was a very fair timeline. Obviously, the client's from the UK, and you know, in the UK, you know, you don't need as many regulations. If you want to start renovating a property, you can just get straight in there. Yeah. But you know, with Dubai, you know, you've got building management companies and you've got external building management companies. And if you know anything about Dubai, things don't generally just happen overnight, you know? So you have got to be a little bit patient. And at the start, you know, once we were over that, you know, we were straight in here. Demolition took, what, 2-3 days?
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't take long. And I think one thing is that if we go back to the original design, I feel like, you know, down to most of the details, it's exactly the same. The only thing we changed, I mean, I feel like keeping it light with the ocean, also since like the space is actually quite big, but then it even feels even bigger with all the light colors, right? So
100%. Yeah. I mean, there's literally minimal changes that we made, maybe like the table, a couple of the lights.
Yeah.
Everything else, if you saw the design in the previous video when I made the Damac Heights video, it's almost identical. It was a very good job from the contractor with Nick and Luxury Custom Builds, and obviously Carla from her new company, Schematics Designs. So
yeah, and plus I think I think we've, like, you know, we've heard horror stories like with one of our friends that, you know, basically sold the property off plan under construction. So tell us about that.
Yeah, one of our friends sold was introduced to somebody and basically got a property that was being done by a contractor that he didn't actually know. So he just assumed that it was going to look like the renders. Now he sold this off plan through Property Finder, which was great. Obviously everyone was really happy. Yeah. Buyer was happy, seller was happy. Only thing is that now it was coming close to completion. The property looks nothing like the render pictures.
Yeah, we had seen it actually. I remember. I know. We were actually planning to do business, and honestly, it's luck. This is why we spent almost 2 years of our Dubai career following contractors to avoid that kind of situation. We would never, I would never put my hand on fire for anyone that I haven't like watched, you know, essentially.
Risky business, right? And then, you know, obviously the buyer's now not happy with our friend because he's not getting what he was promised. Our friend was actually saying he was actively involved with the contracting, but he wasn't. He had no control over it. At least with ours, you know, we are there. I mean, for the last 2 weeks of this, we've been here every single damn day.
Every day. I mean, anything that they didn't have, to avoid any delays, we went to
Yeah,
the stores and grabbed this and picked up that. I mean, this is what we do, right? And no matter what.
Yeah, we work extremely hard on our project. We're extremely proud of them. You know, we work with our investors. You know, they're very happy with us, and you know, we'll continue to build long-lasting relationships, and that's how we position ourselves as, you know, leaders in this space. So
and I think one thing that's going to be big for us is that even though we already have control and we've spent the time, like, you know, following people, the fact that we're having our stuff in-house now, starting from our next projects, it's gonna make a world of difference.
Game changing, my boy. Chris,
you already know.
Boom, we did it. Thank you guys for watching. If anyone's interested in renovating properties, getting involved in the property renovation game, the redevelopment space, well, look no further, because you are talking to the best people in town. Wealth Signature Developments. Remember the name. I'll see you there.